So this is fine, but it's knowing what to do when something goes wrong.
Yes, yeah.
That's the next step.
Yeah, let's not know about that.
Right, Matt, well, this time of year you're on the big Beet tour.
Yeah.
That's your job.
Yeah.
So, you boys are quite a big way in your farming.
Yeah.
What sort of acreage are you farming, Matt?
There's about 2,000 acres of combinable crops, and then we have ground that a neighbouring farmer grows potatoes on, and then we have the beet ground as well, so it's going to be around the 2,500 acres.
Right, and the beet, you obviously grow your own sugar beet for yourselves?
Yeah, we grow our own beet, and we also have beet that's grown like on other farms that we go and lift.
So you're a contractor as well?
Contract lifting, yeah, especially now with this machine, you know, we can go out and cover acreage now with, you know, relatively no problem. So
yeah. So how's the season treating you so far then, Matt, this year?
It started off, yeah, real easy. Weather was right, we were able to just go, you know, you're lifting 30, 35 acres a day, no dramas. And then now it's come wet. I wouldn't say it's making anything too difficult, but it's just, you can easily make a mess. And sort of this thing, when it's full, weighs pretty heavy, so tractors and trailers on the field are your worst one. They could soon get stuck.
Is that your average day with this machine, is it? 30, 40 acres?
I'd say so, yeah. Obviously, you could probably have days where you do a lot more, but all the elements have got to fall into place. If it, you know, you've got to have the right amount of tractors and trailers, you've got to have long runs, you've got to have like no difficult headlands, no wet spots. So
and no moving about halfway through the day.
Yeah, no moving about halfway through the day. So
yeah,
those days are few and far between. And also this time of year, you know, it's dark in the morning, it's dark by 4:30 at night.
Exactly, we lose the light at about 3:30.
So we've got enough to do, but we haven't got that much to do that it warrants doing stupid hours. By 5 o'clock we've normally had enough, so I think between sort of 8 and 5 to do 30 acres is a reasonable effort. You could obviously do a lot more if you were to do more hours, which some people do, but luckily for me, we don't.
So you've got a new machine, well, new to you anyway.
To us, yeah.
How long have you been running this one now?
So this is its 3rd season.
And what is she?
It's a Holmer T4-30, which is a 4-wheel machine, 6-row with a 18-ton bunker.
And what were you running previously? It was a Vervat, wasn't it?
A Vervat, yeah. Vervat.
How long have you been driving the harvester for? Were you have the year on that, wouldn't you?
2 or 3 seasons on that.
Right,
So I started here in 2019, and the lad that used to drive the harvester, he left basically soon after I started. Hopefully it wasn't me, but he did. And I was elected to go and have a go. So yeah, drove the Vervat. So must have done 3 seasons with that.
Had you driven a Beet harvester before?
No, never driven one before.
It was a new thing for you.
Very new experience for me.
So do you like your Holmer machine?
Yes, yeah, very happy with it. It's it does everything that I want it to do. It's it took a bit of getting used to the articulated steer, the controls, but I suppose like anything, once you've done enough on it, you start to get, your thumb knows what to do. You know.
You get into a bit of a rhythm.
Yeah, you know where you can and can't go with it in respect of am I going to be able to turn around in this corner? Am I going to make it through this yard without?
A bit and,
yeah.
She's individual row depth, is she, on this one?
Yes.
Yeah.
All can be controlled by either
That's quite unique to the Holmer, isn't it? I think that
yes.
feature.
Either does it all itself, or you can override each one manually. Not that I've ever done that. I let it. It seems to know what it's doing, so I
make its own decisions.
Yeah. At the moment, like, it's all working on its own row finding, so it's just following the row, which is quite nice at the moment on 18-inch rows with a thick canopy. You can't really make out where the rows are, so
yeah, I was just about to say that. It's
very much gives me the confidence to let it get on and do what it's got to do, as me start trying to steer it. The very front of the machine is the row finders, and they basically pick off 3 rows. Like they'll have a row of beet that's going in between the 2 finders, and then the 2 outside finders are working on the outside rows, and as it's going they're constantly moving, and it just follows the row. The only thing that you've got to do as the driver is put it in the right row. Right. If you've got like 6-row machine, this was drilled with a 12-row drill, you try and put it that it's on where the drill has gone. If you were sort of like off, say you had the middle of this machine down the 9th drill row, you'd find that if the drill's gone wider or narrower, you'll be missing the beet.
So is the car a nice place to sit for the day then, Matt?
Yeah, very comfortable place to sit.
Everything's where you want it?
Everything's where you want it, yeah. You control everything harvester wise with the right hand and unloading with the left hand, yeah. It's very, very comfortable. I went out the yard a week or so ago, and we left the yard at 7 in the morning. I drove to the farm and then quickly jumped out just to have a word with the farmer about what he wanted to do, and then I got back into the harvester, and basically I didn't leave the seat until 5 at night when I got back to the yard. So yeah, it's
you can't be that bad then.
No, you don't feel tired.
No.
You don't get aches and pains. I've driven other harvesters, well, mainly like on potato harvesters, where you spend all day with your neck cranked round and you get a bad neck. Like, there's none of that with this. No. It's very comfortable.
Was she much different to the Vervat, apart from unloading on over your other shoulder?
Yeah, unloading the other way round.
I bet for a few days after you were still going the wrong way.
Yeah, yeah, looking for a tractor and trailer on the right hand side. Yeah, which was actually on the left hand side. The size of the tank is bigger. I think there's more options when it comes to the cleaning. This is obviously a lot newer machine than what we used to have, so I wouldn't say that it's better at cleaning than a Vervat. It's just
the same age.
Yeah, it's from what we had to this, updates were like massive. So it's very good on fuel. You do 3 days work on a full tank, which, as I said, is 1200 litres. So yeah, you know, you're looking at 400 litre a day being used, which for what for what sort of work you're doing, I don't think that's too bad. So basically, and then the white button, that's what you're going to press when you get into the row. So it's not like a click, it's like a press and hold for like 1 second. Right. And then it'll kick your back end out. And then you underneath, so this finger here, yeah, will sit naturally on this like triangle bumpy bit. Right. Just flick that. So it's like a press like that. Yeah. Rather than a click, and then just a click. And what that'll do is that'll put you into your auto, like for the speed. Right. That you go, and then you don't need to. You just have to trust it then. So as you go towards the row, when you're sat in my seat, you'll see the lifters. Yeah. You're aiming for the 3rd row of beet. Right. Well, you'll see the feelers. I mean. Right. So simply push the stick all the way down and keep hold of it till it hits the ground. You're steering into the row, and that's when you then press and hold, and then just flick that, and then take your foot off. Right. We're away.
Okay. Do I look worried?
No, not at all.
Oh dear.
So if you draw, that'll be easier because you can see.
And I'm aiming for the third row.
Yeah.
Right.
So
this man said it would be safe to do this. Okay, there's your proof.
it's the full experience.
Yeah.
So press the grey button.
Grey.
Yeah. Let's start everything up.
Oh right. Yeah. There's a lot to remember here at once.
And now push the joystick all the way forward. That's it. Now press. That's it. Let go of it.
Is that it?
Just try flicking. Just press the white button again. That's it. Let go of it. Now, not quite for as long a time. Just
right.
That's it. Now the back end.
Now it's got it. Yeah.
And then we can't go wrong when we get to the end, because when you pick it up, if you haven't touched the foot pedals, it will stop. So all that you've got to do is, as you're coming towards the end of the row, if you start to put your foot down on the right pedal, you'll feel the machine then speed up a little bit.
Right.
Pick the joystick up and press the blue button and turn to the left. And then if you do that manoeuvre, keep going till you do the rest of the field. I'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah. You can go and learn how to fly the drone up there if you want.
Oh, that will be in a tree. As you come out the end of the row, you probably want to keep the share just in the ground for probably another foot, 2 foot after the end of the crop.
Right.
Otherwise we'll leave some behind. But at this speed we surely can't come into any difficulty. Confident.
So up and then blue.
Yeah, keep going. Now up. Up, yeah, pull it up. That's it. Then press the blue button. Now turn.
I see what you mean about that articulated steering.
Yeah.
Takes a bit of getting used to that.
Does. Yeah, throws you about.
Doesn't it? Oh dear, what are we going to do here now?
That's it. Now again, looking for the third row in, as you from where you're sat. So over a bit more. That's it.
There, innit?
So push the machine down. Start to go forward. Yeah. Now. Yeah, you've got it. Yeah, I think. Yeah, you have. Perfect. You can now see from behind. You can see all what the turbines are doing.
Yeah.
You know, from the seat, you've got a good view, field of vision. I've never sat in the seat.
You've never sat in that seat?
No.
You could do the interview now if you wanted. It's hard to see that third
on 18s
row in this.
Very much so. This morning where we were lifting on 20s, you got a good vision of not as much canopy and 20-inch rows rather than 18. This is what I just think is so good about this machine, the way it leaves the field.
Yeah, it's a very tidy finish.
It goes to show that that's what it looks like when the harvest has been over, and unfortunately it normally is the trailers that cause the damage.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you can see the difference because the trailers aren't driving across the field.
And if you wanted to now come and work this, it wouldn't matter which way you wanted to plough it. You're not.
No, the ploughman would be over the moon. Right, you're doing this bit though. Before I dump it all the other side of this trailer. The Beet job itself, Matt, in our area, I think the digesters have introduced a lot of work for the likes of your contractors.
Yeah, a lot.
You know, ever since the Beet factory shut down. You know,
the majority of our beet is that we lift ourselves and then process on our yard. Goes over a cleaner, then a beet washer, loaded onto lorries. It's all going destined for digesters.
In our area, I think they were a big saver for the contractors anyway.
Yeah.
Like you said, I think overnight most of the machines went.
Yes, yeah, very much so when the factory's shut. I don't think that there's too many digesters around here that aren't using, you know, a fair quantity of beet.
Who's your dealer for this machine then?
Chris Coleman, I'm on the phone to him, and he knows everything. The amount of times I've phoned him up, and it's never been, well, luckily we haven't had anything very like badly mechanical go wrong on it, but there's been things that, oh, how do you do this? You phone him up and he just talks you through it, like credit where credit's due.
Yeah.
He doesn't need to be sat in the cab going, and he's not going, oh well, I think it's this, he's press that, then press that, has this come up, and you go no, he goes, well, you're not on the right page, you get onto the right page and there it is. He knows what he's talking about.
So, talking about the kit then, what tractors do you run yourselves? It's pretty much John Deere and Fendt.
John Deere and Fendt, yeah. There's a few more Fendts now than what there are John Deeres.
I did pop out to see the other day. I just called in on my way past. They got the 8RX on that combi drill.
Yeah, nice setup. I was on that. I had a little go on that the other day. Yeah, perfect setup.
Yeah, well, it is
plenty of power.
It is for this season anyway, with it being so sticky and wet. I suppose it's ideal, really.
The tracks, they just float across the ground. There's no real. It's a very heavy tractor, but you don't really see it when it's coming up. When the crop's starting to grow up, you don't see the wheelings like what you often do see with a wheeled tractor.
Right, well, cheers for having us out today, Matt. Anyway,
yeah, no problem.
We'll let you crack on now, dig a few more acres and
get a few more loads done.
Yeah, get moved on to the next job. No, cheers for having us out, Matt, and we'll have to come out and see you on your combine at some point.
Yeah, no problem.
We'll do that. All right,
definitely.
cheers.
Thank you.